you guys hear me? Whoever's in here. Hi. This is the regular meeting that's about to start. I don't know what happened with the last one. I don't know if y'all could hear me, but I went up front so I could hear better. Yeah.
Any chance you can make room?
Sure. Hear me? My other microphone up there. Excuse me. Can I put my microphone there?
I'm not sure.
We always do. That's the other one. Hi. Hi there. Can I put my microphone up there?
No. Oh, it's only media back there.
Huh?
Media's back there.
No. So they're not going to put their microphones up there either?
No.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Sorry about that.
Huh?
So sorry about that.
Okay, no, but why? Like, we just want to hear. I'm just wondering why we're not able to just hear. Because we do it at the other meetings.
Well, yeah, I'll ask to see, but I don't know what the feedback is in here as far as the mics up there. I don't do audio. So they just told me that all media was back there in the corner.
But
So
yeah,
I do understand that. I know what you mean when you say that they put the mics up there. I just don't know why they did it. So I have to ask folks.
okay. Are you going to ask before the meeting starts?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm looking
Huh.
for audio first.
Oh,
Actually, I'll ask myself.
okay.
How you doing?
I don't know if y'all can hear me. I walked up here. I'm trying to put my other microphone. It might be a lot of feedback. Let me just put it right there for now. Excuse me. Are they going to block the... Excuse me. No, I'm right here. Excuse me. Okay, you guys can hear? You can hear okay? Because I put the other microphone up there. It's been crowded in the media area. I'll say hi to Keith. Is that Sheila? Oh.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you need an agenda?
No, I'm just put this one here.
How
My
you
microphone.
doing, ma'am? An agenda? Just one? I brought a story you think might want to happen.
This is it. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, you guys, can you hear? Can everybody hear? I got two microphones.
Make sure that
Can you guys hear? Okay. They're starting at 7 o'clock. It's kind of cutthroat back here in the media section. People jockeying for a position. A lot of people just came for this meeting. A lot of people weren't here for the last meeting. A lot of the media shut. Show you the media. It's a lot of media here. Queen Bee. Hey, Tonkor. How you doing? Hey, I'm good. Hey, hey. Hi. Nice to see you. Hey, Step and Step. How you doing? Oh, what? Y'all came? Y'all went over there?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Can you look?
Yeah.
I want you
Yeah.
to see this video.
Okay. Yeah, y'all just came from over there?
No, I did. I'll just
Oh, because this going on right now, right?
it just well, they might have just come out of closed session. But
Oh,
just listen to it. I don't know if you can hear, but you know,
let me see.
it's an employee.
Oh,
I was Wednesday still in that.
oh, I'm sorry.
Good evening, everyone, and then we can take our seats. It's already
I listen.
February.
Okay, please. Yes. Okay.
Hey, what's up in there?
Excuse me, Tonkor.
Yep, I think there's room. Where were you guys?
Hello, everyone can take their seats.
All right.
We can start the meeting. Thank you. It is 7:06. I would like to call this meeting to order. Before we call roll call, I would ask everyone if we can have a moment of silence for Reverend Jesse Jackson. Thank you. And in reference, let's keep hope alive. Thank you. Deputy Clerk. Oh, thank you. Can you call roll call, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Julinski, Alderperson Chapman, Alderperson Smith, present. Alderperson Key, Alderperson Manuel, Alderperson Rogers. We have a quorum.
Is there a reverend in the house? May I ask who? Mr. Smith, would you mind? Thank you.
Let us bow. Father, we do thank you for the gift of life and the grace and mercy you have extended to us this day. We thank you for the privilege to know you and the privilege to serve. We pray now your blessings upon this gathering of your people, the servants who lead and serve this city, and though the constituents and residents that are here today to learn and support the business of the city of Harvey. Bless this city, bless those who serve, and help us all, oh God, to do it, that you might get glory out of all that we do, and glory out of our lives. In the name of our risen Christ, Jesus the Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. And pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Deputy Clerk, can you please note that Alderperson Chapman is present? Thank you. There is no need to go into executive session tonight. So I would like a motion to approve the minutes for February 9th.
Motion to approve February 9th.
We have a motion by the sixth and a second by the third. Alderperson Rogers.
Yes.
Alderperson Randall. Alderperson Keith. Alderperson Smith. Alderperson Chapman.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Sherwood. Motion carries.
Thank you. Committeeman Rogers, do we have a motion for the approval of bills list for January 26, 2026?
Madam Program Drew, we did have an opportunity to have a finance meeting and it was very successful. And we have 3 bills lists to ratify. Would you like to do all 3 of them simultaneously, or would you like to do them individually, one at a time?
That would be mine.
Okay. The chairman of the finance committee.
Yes. We need a motion for an omnibus vote on the bills list. Thank you.
Thank you, Co-Chair. We need a motion to vote and ratify the bills list for January the 28th, February the 23rd, January 26th, my mistake, I misspoke. January 26th, February 23rd, and February the 9th. Do I have a motion?
No, I just asked for a motion, so we need a person to sign it. A motion for omnibus vote. We are seeking to put all 3 together. Do we have? Who first? Who made it?
I'll second.
Point of information.
Okay, since we have a motion and we have a second, and we have the clerk on the release.
Point of information, I just want to let the residents know, let the council know, for us to do this simultaneously, to vote on 3 different lots of bills, and we only get 1 meeting over 2 months. We need to break everything down, we need to start this from right now, whether we're behind or not, we need to make sure everything we're doing, we take 1 step at a time. For us to be able to do this unanimously, vote on all 3 months, and we're gonna get 1 hour. People are still asking questions, people don't have information. As an alderman, I don't have any information, any invoices, and things like that. We should take it 1 at a time. And I don't understand why we were voting 3 months of bills and go with that.
Okay. You went that time. So you.
I was trying to finish, but am I taking too long?
Yes, you were supposed to ask 1 question, and you already asked that question. And when you brought your debate up, and that's a good.
All right, so if you know my question, you can just simply answer.
Then you would like to do it separately.
Yes.
And I'm fine with that as well. So there was a motion to do it omnibus, and then there was a motion now that you brought it up for debate. Is there any other debate?
Yes. And so that the public,
Okay,
thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. So the public is where an omnibus vote is, it's when we're voting to, ratify or
and your
vote.
question is,
It's following.
okay,
It's, when we vote on everything at once, and so I just want to further echo that in our last finance committee meeting, there were no invoices provided by the comptroller, there were no details provided by the committee that could give some specific detail. For instance, let me use this one example of the January bills list. There are 4 charges of $6,700 by Cornell Darden of the Chicago.
excuse me, Alderperson Chapman, this is a vote, we're in the middle of the vote, and if you have a debate, then we can vote on it, and then okay, so.
I totally understand,
Okay.
Mayor Pro Tem. I was one explaining what an omnibus vote is, why I'm not in favor of it. The second portion of my explanation is.
One question you Robert Rules, order, one question you
So I have a statement then here.
No, it's a question.
So my question is, what services were rendered for the $6,700 that Cornell Darden earned as a lobbyist? What lobbyist dollars were brought back to the city of
Okay,
for
so,
$26,400?
okay, you are allowed to answer the question?
Yes, you may now.
That is
Say this
not-
question.
That is not a question to take all the bills together. The question was, do we take this as an omnibus? Yes or no? We can vote, and then if it fails, then we can go into the actual approval to ask your question. So it's two different. So the first question is that, and we're gonna have the mayor clerk, the deputy clerk, take the roll call on that particular omnibus. Thank you. Lady call the roll.
That's okay. Thank you.
Mayor
Yes.
Pro Tem Rusi,
Thank you.
Alderperson Chapman,
No.
Alderperson Smith. Alderperson Key. Alderperson Randolph. Alderperson Rogers.
Yes.
Motion failed.
Okay, thank you. Chairman Rogers, do you have a motion for July 26, 2026? January, I'm sorry.
January 26th. Now, co-chair, you know what, we got here at 6 o'clock, and there have been a dozen people here. If you wanted to have your questions answered in regards to the bills list, all you had to do was show up at 6 o'clock. We don't have to go into this again. All these people over here ask questions. Do we have to go into this again? Okay, I want to do it everywhere, but it doesn't matter. For the sake of transparency, let's do one at a time. Okay, let's do one at a time.
Let's, however, excuse me,
Information.
one moment, I have the floor, Alderman Randall, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, who was it? Oh, I'm sorry, Alderman Keys. It's hard to tell over here who's saying because of the echo. Okay, we are taking the vote one at a time. Now, I am asking for a motion to accept January 26, 2026 expenses.
Second.
Thank you. Deputy Clerk, may you call the roll? Is there any discussion for January 26th?
Yes.
Remember, it's one question. Thank you.
What services were rendered at $6,700 times 4, which are $26,400? What services were rendered to the city of Harvey? What lobbying results have we seen?
I can answer that question. Our lobbyist, a lobbyist goes to Springfield and they speak on our behalf of our needs, and they bring it up to legislation in Springfield. At this time, as many of you are aware, we are in the process of one, seeking if we can become a distressed city. Two, we are seeking if we can get X amount of dollars. I believe the amount is $30 million to cover our pension deficits. Three, as our lobbyist is working on, is to stop the state from taking 35% of all revenue coming to our city. So let me explain in simple terms. If we get $100 grant, $100, we have to pay the state comptroller 35%. So that's $35. The remaining goes into the grant. But the problem lies for our city and most grants, the funds are allocated for certain projects. So we're at a disadvantage because we do not have that extra 35% or $35 in the case of $100 grant to give the city and then allocate that $100 for our bills. And that is what our lobbyist is doing. And frankly, I would say for the past week, they are in Springfield now. And we are doing our due diligence. It's in the House. And once it passes the House, it will go into Senate. And he is there speaking on our behalf as president, you and my behalf, to make sure we can get the funding to run our cities, to staff our streets, to staff our city hall. I mean, we are in serious financial crisis. And we have to do what we have to do. Unfortunately, lobbyists are not free. It takes a lot of time and dedication and networking ability. So that is what the lobbyist is doing on our behalf. And thank you for your question. Okay, we're not going to take questions from the audience, but just so we can make clear, the court order that we have to pay back our pensions that we did not pay for the last 20 years to the fire and to the police department. So that meant anyone that works for us did not get their pensions paid. So when they go to retire, and many of them, the fire department and the police department, they do not qualify for Social Security. That is their own pension. So if they don't have that to live on and to pay them, they're not going to survive. So because of past administrations, and we're going past 20 years, and I need to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are not the only town. So these officers in our government are putting their lives on the line with no security of a future. And that is why the courts mandated to take 35% of our funding, our money. And we were okay with that. We knew we had to pay that. We want to do what's right, just like you want to do what's right. But the problem lies, is there a lot of grant money out there? And we don't have that extra money to ante up. I mean, we don't even have the money to staff our city hall. So, I mean, we are constantly doing our due diligence. So we're gonna go ahead and take the vote. And I hope that ends the debate. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
We have a motion by the fifth and a second by the third. Mayor Pro Tem Drewski. Yes. Alderperson Chapman.
No.
Alderperson Smith. Yes. Alderperson Key. Alderperson Randall. Alderperson Rogers.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Chair. We would like to now go to the February 23rd bills list.
February 9th, 2026.
February 9th. Please do it. We'll do the February 9th bills list, and the chairman makes a recommendation that we ratify and pay all of the
Okay, so we're going February 9th, 2026. We need a motion and a second. Thank you. Is there any debate? Okay, we have two people debating. Alderperson Chapman, would you please? Remember, it's one question at a time until everyone has the opportunity, and then we can go back to a second question. Thank you.
Based on us not receiving any detail beyond the bills list, how are we identifying what's essential and non-essential? And we're currently, as you just mentioned, in financial distress. We're 35% of our funding is intercepted by the comptroller and pay back pensions. So when I see something at a total of $60,000 for BNF for inspection services, is that the best use of funding? And I don't know if that's to you or to the finance chair. Are we using the best? Are we making the best option? We're choosing the best route of how $60,000 is being spent per month, $300,000.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. The amount of expenses are reviewed by several people. It goes through our city controller, who has the jurisdiction and his staff. And then we have a committee, and the three committee are on the finance chair. They go through and they make a suggestion whether votes go through or not. And those three people are Chairperson Chairperson Tyrone Rogers, Deputy Chair Alderperson Randall L., and then Committee Person Alderperson Delaney Smith. So those three people go through the list. Now, as we're coming up, they have a committee. Once they decide, it goes to the city council, and we have a vote. So the use of the money, hindsight, I can't say if a particular item is more important or not, but at this point, that is what's on the bills list. So I thank you for your question. Alderman Keys.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I really want to start off by saying that the type of person I am, the reason I'm here right now is for the people that are sitting in this one, because you all want to either elect me in or didn't vote. But what I'm saying is simple. We've been through a process of transparency for so long, and we're so far behind. I don't want to immediately just, well, let's just pay this, let's just pay this, let's just go and get this over with. Because we already don't have the money, I ain't gonna pay bills when we broke. So with that being said, if we could break things down and be able to have residents, our meeting just ended, which excuse me for my tardiness, but I'm not on the finance committee, I have. But I wanted to, but I couldn't make it, but I'm here now. And what I'm saying is simple. If we break things down, simple enough, where when our council, our finance meeting ends, all questions were answered, it's still a debate, people still don't feel comfortable with their situations. It's like we just have to go along with everything. I'm not going to go along with just.
Keys, may I ask your question?
Well, I'm saying that's really out of order because I'm just speaking. I don't think I said anything.
We're in the middle of a debate, and the debate has a question, and at that point, we ask one question, and then we proceed to see if there's any other questions, and then we can go back. But thank you.
Okay, so can you just repeat the question that was asked, so the audience will understand?
You're the one that don't understand.
Well, the question was to pay the bills for February
Okay.
2026.
Well, we also did a debate, so I can't say anything. So you know what? Just for the residents' sake, I'm just going to investigate. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I also want to make sure that everyone knows that because we're approving these bills, doesn't mean we're paying the bills right away. If we don't have the funds, we can only pay when the funds are available. We're just saying it was approved. But I understand what you're saying, Alderperson Chapman, and I understand Alderman Keys, and maybe the finance meeting should not be held on the same time as the city council. And maybe that's something that we would have to look at with the committeemen, maybe alter it another day, that we can accommodate everyone's questions instead of at the last minute. But in either case, there is a motion for February 9th, 2026, and there was a second.
Motion by the third, second by the fourth. Alderperson Rogers.
Kiana. Huh? Oh, okay.
Okay, I get what you're saying, and if you want to keep it at that date, you're the chairperson. But if you want to keep it on that date, you are the chairperson, so you can do whatever you want to call it, and I will support you on that. But in any case, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir, the meeting is in process, thank you. So we're in the middle of a vote.
Alderperson Rogers.
Yes.
Alderperson Randall. Alderperson Key. Alderperson Smith. Yes. Alderperson Chapman.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Truinsky.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, folks. We'd like to make the recommendation, since we discussed this in the finance meeting earlier today. We would like to ratify the bills for February the 23rd, 2026. Chairperson makes the motion to approve.
Madam Clerk, can you call roll, please?
Can you call for discussion, please?
Lord.
Keep forgetting to do that. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes. Yes, Alderperson Chapman.
You mentioned in the February 9th bills that you didn't have a detail on it being a construction services. It's just a recommendation of the chair. So if I may ask you, Chair Rogers, are you familiar with how many services were provided at the rate of $60,000 for 1 month by BNF Construction Company? How many homes were inspected? There are over 4,760 dilapidated commercial and residential properties across the city of Harvey. So there should be a line out the door of how many individuals we are bringing before us in court to pay fines for leaving their homes in a dilapidated state. So are we familiar with how many tickets were written by BNF Construction Code for the services they provided at $60,000 for 1 month? That's my question.
Okay, thank you for your question. And that was in reference to February 9th, 2000. Okay, it was on this one, you're referencing on that.
It's a pickup from what we just detailed on February 9th.
think at this point, the quantity of that question, no one has the exact detail of that. So I am confident somebody on the staff could get you that information, but not prior to this vote. So I thank you for your question.
I make a motion to then approve the bills list without approving the construction company taking out personnel.
There's an amendment of the original motion to amend. So the first, this is really confusing because we are already in the middle of a vote. And technically the Robert's rules. Oh, yeah, that's right, we were in this, okay, thank you, thank
Point
you.
of information, during the time.
Yes, yes. You know, this is all new. I mean, we're going here and there before at City Hall, we had the street, so please bear with me. Okay, let me address, Alderperson Chapman. Would the individuals who motioned in the first place withdraw with the, and add the amending of, removal of, or tabling, thank you, Vera. Thank you. If there is not to amend it, there will be a continuous vote on this.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Before we amend
Point of information.
the motion, I
Hold
would
on,
like
hold on, hold on. I had a point of
Yes,
information
yes.
before all the projects can get a chance to speak. I don't know why he's doing that.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Go ahead, Alderman Keys.
Thank you. This right here is a perfect example is why we're in the situation we are in right now. So with that being said, I'm doing my best. I'm being as peaceful as possible. Mayor Pro Tem said that she can answer the question afterwards. I'll be able to answer my question. But immediately, I don't know if somebody just hopped in and just started doing without even showing respect that I was next in the position. That's the problem we're going. This is why we're going through the things we want to do. We don't want to fall behind in any more bills more than we didn't have. And when people talk about 17 years, we need to keep it real. I've been on this for 7, 8 years, and that's all folks know when I got in. I'm not going to run or do anything to say anything about what happened before I got here because I knew I ran what I was getting into. So all I can talk about is movies I've been here. And I want to be as fair as possible to everybody and our residents so they don't have the questions afterwards. The questions were not answered, the meeting was not complete. Things were still left on the table, but we're still proceeding on. Business cannot continue to operate. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're verifying right now if being was on the agenda for the 23rd. Oh, yes, go ahead.
To be totally transparent and to address, Second Ward Alderman Chapman's question in regards to being as far as how many inspections they did and how they're being billed, how the city is being billed. I would like to redirect that question to Mr. Lewis Williams, who has a little more insightfulness on how to answer that question. No, we won't have to reverse it. Maybe he can satisfy all the woman's question anyway. Mr. Lewis, would you like to respond?
On that bill list, I don't see a bill for being nothing all.
I didn't release, I thought that was on January 9th.
Okay, January 26th, there's no bill for $60.
February, pardon.
That vote was already taken. That was already taken. And we have a motion on the floor for February 23rd. I'm really apologetic over all this. February 23rd, 2026. Deputy Clerk, can you please call?
Point of order, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. We're not out of order for anything that we're doing tonight. Perhaps, as you mentioned, there has been oversight, that there is a $60,000 tab, and regardless if we did take the vote, that is something, it's a 1 month is someone's income.
And I respect that, but yes, we are out of order because we are currently on the next bills list for February 23rd, 2026. So let's just agree to disagree and go ahead and take the vote. Thank you.
Alderperson Chapman?
No.
Alderperson Smith? Yeah. Alderperson Heath? Alderperson Randall? Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Jorgensen? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. And I will add, Alderperson Chapman, you do understand what your question is, and we will get you that information. Okay? So for the record, she did bring up a good question, and we will get that information. So if you do not get that information by Ms. Davis, can you get Alderperson Chapman that information along with the rest of the aldermen, say maybe by Thursday? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We're on to the treasurer report.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I want to
Oh,
say, I appreciate you for it's been a long time, so I'm nervous again for speaking, but I do appreciate you at least being put back on. I did submit my report to the council, a little, earlier this evening. And the council did provide what he considered a revision of my report. However, I would like to still give my report with some explanation. His concern was that my report implies, it gives the impression that we have money available that we do not. So I want to, I guess, specify that the money that the report that I'm about to give, it includes restricted and unrestricted accounts. So what that means is there are some accounts or some funds that we cannot use for general purposes. Like they were saying, some of the TIP money, the grant money can only be used towards the purpose that we requested the grant. So we can't just push it over to a different account and use it for that. So this report includes both those restricted and unrestricted. I did not separate the two, so mine is in addition to that, there are a couple of accounts that he has stated that he gets bank accounts, I guess physical statements from, but I have not seen, so that is not included in my report, because I usually go back online. So I am actually in contact with the bank to try to see if that can be rectified. So with that being said, my account does not include the accounts for the TIP TOD or the donations and special events account. I don't know. So my report is the unaudited monthly summary of the bank accounts as of January 31st, 2026. And this is the actual activity for that month. It does not reflect any outstanding checks or any proposed debts. It is the actual activity in those accounts. The general deposits had a balance of $181,372.22. The general disbursements had a balance of $826,475.62. The motor fuel tax had a balance of $206,995.45. The TIF ARCO had a balance of $24,798.65. The Citizen Street had a balance of $40,603.84. The Tiff Presto had a balance of $97,556.42. The Dixie Corridor had a balance of $247,274.79. The Dixie Square TIF had a balance of $201,967.18. The RPM TIF had a balance of $2,934.99. The Silly Dixie TIF had a balance of $206,641.83. The credit card account had a balance of $11,200.84. The debit card account had a balance of $4,594.56. The escrow funds account had a balance of $38,624.40. The grant account had a balance of $307,084.18. And the water fund account had a balance of $173,997.74. Again, this does not include the TIF TOD and the donations and special events accounts. That gives a total balance of $2,572,122.71. Again, that is the cash balance for January, as of January 31st, 2026.
Thank you, Trey. Now, I want to clarify, and thank you for explaining that. It's restricted funds and what funds? Unrestricted. And so I'm asking that question because that's a combined amount. That was a lot of information. So I thank you for going through that. Okay, now I need a motion. Is there a motion? We cannot, I'm sorry, I can ask your question later, afterwards, but not during the meeting. Okay, we have to have some kind of the protocol, but I thank you. Okay, is there a motion to appoint an acting mayor?
I make a motion to appoint Shirley Julinski as acting mayor.
Okay, thank you. And we will close it. Take the vote. Is there a discussion? Hearing none, we will take a vote. Deputy Clerk.
Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Alderperson Randolph? Alderperson Key?
Yes.
Alderperson Smith? Yes. Alderperson Chapman?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Julinski? Motion carried.
Thank you very much. Judge Detmer, could you do the honors, please? Thank you. Judge Denmark, I was so honored to have her swear me in as an alderman. So thank you very much.
It is truly an honor to be the resident of Harvey. Thank you so much for your time. Are you ready? All right, I have to raise your right hand for me. I state your name.
I, Shirley Julinski, I, Shirley Trumansky,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear. Sorry.
Yes, do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support
that I would support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and the laws thereof,
and the laws thereof.
and that I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of acting mayor
of acting mayor
for the city of Harvey
for the city of Harvey
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. As you can tell, for those of you who know me, I was very, very nervous. So I am honored. I'm truly, truly honored. Thank you. And council, thank you very much. I pledge to work with each and every one of you. And hopefully we can actually have a decent conversation and work together and keep the communication flowing. So I thank you very much. Okay, the next part is to appoint an acting clerk. Now, as I explained, as I explained that in the last meeting, that we were going to ask the alderman to have a representative of their ward and do the interviewing process. And we did that. And those of you who participated, I thank you very much. The residents met for 2 days straight, interviewing all the candidates. I still have that laryngitis. And then what happened, we took 2 aldermen, 2 senior aldermen. That was Alderman Tracy Keys and Alderman Tyrone Rogers. They went through all the applicants and picked out 2 interviewees. And there was a tie. So what happened was, I went back to the residents' applications, their interview process, and I calculated the votes. And the one that won 6-4 votes was Miss Janet Rogers. Miss Janet Rogers, would you please surrender and approach? We need a motion to appoint, to confirm my appointment for Janet Rogers as our city clerk. Thank you.
Motion to appoint Janet Rogers as city clerk.
There is a motion. Is there a second? Second. We have a motion and we have a second. So, Madam Clerk, could you please call? Is there a discussion? Excuse me. Do we have a discussion among you? Oh, thank you. Madam, Alderperson Check, please.
Thank you. I just want to be clear, while I truly appreciate that we had a special advisory committee, you took all the persons in order to push out a process that was community involved. My issue with this particular process is I don't know if you did it with true fidelity or true procedural thought process. Tonight we are, and if you recall in our last council meeting on February the 9th, we had 2 nominations for the acting mayor. Tonight, we're only having 1 nomination be put before us. And just from a procedural standpoint, this has nothing to do with a personal standpoint. Again, procedurally, we should have had both candidates that were the top 2. As you know, we discussed this, Madam Mayor Durante. But that is a major concern. We're constantly having an oversight over procedure. This has nothing to do with personal. This has everything to do with procedure. Things can be legal, but be highly unethical. And so in order for us to move forward in a new trajectory, we must do everything out front, done in the face of the public, just like we should have the other candidate that should be here before us that was also the second runner-up, similar to what we showed you all as residents on Monday, February the 26th. Harvey the 9th. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Alderman Keys.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it right here. Well, thank you. So do I call you pro temp or do I call you, what do I call you right now?
Acting mayor. Thank you.
Can I call you Shirley like we always?
I would love for you to call me Shirley.
It's one of the, few of the things that we have in common. We prefer to be who our name is. Call me Tracy, call me Shirley. I want to be called Alderman when I heard it. Oh man, I'm missing up again. Well, I'm not gonna do that. So at least I got y'all's attention. But I just want to really basically say, it's not so much of a debate, the procedures of how everything went along, and everything is just really moving so fast. I don't want to rush things. I do want to say that all candidates that interviewed for the position are extremely great. It wasn't no easy decision, and I'm being as fair as possible. So I just want to make the best decision as possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's my debate on being fair.
Okay, thank you. The process was anyone who lived in Harvey could apply. There is no directive that 2 people cannot serve on the board at the same time. They are in different capacities. So with that being said, and I do understand, I am going to ask Alderman Rogers to abstain from voting. So with that being said, we have a motion on the floor. It was Alderman Smith, and then the second was Alderman Randall L. So, Deputy Clerk, can you please call the roll? Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Oh, I know these chairs are terrible. Yes, I concur.
Alderperson Chapman?
No.
Alderperson Smith?
Yes.
Alderperson Key? Alderperson Randolph? Alderperson Rogers? Mayor?
Okay, actually, the mayor or the drum mayor gets the vote when there is a tie. We have 2 yeses, 1 no, and 2 abstain. So in order to get the 3rd vote, I will be voting, and I vote yes. Thank you.
Excuse me. Please don't speak out.
Judge Denmark, I'm so sorry. Can you please swear in the clerk?
Okay, can you raise your right hand for me? I state your name. I, Janet Rogers, do solemnly swear or affirm, that I will support the Constitution, of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the laws thereof, and that I will faithfully discharge, the duties of the office of acting city clerk of the city of Harvey, Cook County, Illinois, to the best of my ability. You have your spot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Clerk, would you please have your seat? Okay. Okay, she's gonna finish her job. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna start with public comment.
First up is Ryan Sawalski, followed by Glennis James Watson.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Sawalski, Harvey resident. Where to start tonight? I know there's a lot of things to vote on this evening, city council, but one thing that was not voted on was opening the books for the city. And you should be posting all our receipts, all the statements, all the invoices involving our money, our resources, because it's public. Remember, this is not a private company. This is not a private company. You are here as our representatives. You are taking care of our resources. That includes land, money, all resources are all public. We need an audit of city employees. We should be rehiring our essential workers. Recently, it took almost 12 minutes for firefighters to respond to the fire at Sydney because station number 2 was closed because we don't have enough. We have 3 to 4 firefighters on shift for a city of 6 square miles, which is not acceptable. There's also an animal left for dead on Sydney earlier this week because we don't have any animal control. What we do have is we have a whole bunch of people out here who are paid. They get paid $44,000 some year, plus $25,000 a year in expense account. We also have Mr. Mike Simpson and Ms. Maria Davis who are making big bucks with your taxpayer dollars. They get city cars to take home, but we don't even have police or fire to cover our basic needs. So it doesn't seem like there's no money. It seems like they're paying the bill somehow. How are they being paid? Where's all that tolling money go? When you toll our cars for doing nothing and people pay $1,000 or $2,000 at a pop, where does that cash money go? The settlement money for the businesses, you're asking them to pay $2,500 a month. Where does that money go? Why does Shirley have a city car that we pay for? Why did she take 2 patrol officers off the street when they could be protecting us? We have 3 to 4 officers per shift, tops, for our whole city. So, the criminals just come on over. I mean, it's like an open invite. This is crazy. So, the home mayor drives his own little car around. often. I mean, why can't Mayor Harvey do the same thing? If you really care about residents and workers, you would open the books. We don't know we're in a financial crisis because the circle's growing. There's a lot of money being paid out every month. There's a lot of bills being paid. How do you decide which bills to pay and which not to? Did you notice how they always vote on paying money for grants or land? It's always about money or land. But we never vote on opening the books and rehiring our essential employees. So, I mean, this is not acceptable here. And like I said, don't tell us, don't lie to our faces and say you care about the city and you care about that we do have proper staffing levels when we don't know where the money is going at all. We can't believe anything you say. I want to see it on paper. And so do these hardworking residents.
Next up is Glennis James Watson, followed by Alicia.
Yep. All right, good evening. My name is Glennis James Watson. I am a resident of the First Ward. And I just wanted to make a point that I noticed how you all are carrying on your business effectively with pen and paper. You should return the monitors and computerized systems installed at City Hall and use that money for more pressing matters. But I digress. I'm concerned that the operations of the council is business as usual, and I'm not optimistic that things are going to change. The recent process of selecting an interim city clerk is case in point. There is a great essay written. Here's the link to it. A great essay written by someone with firsthand knowledge of how the process unfolded. As a resident, I have my own questions. Why did the process to appoint an interim clerk happen in roughly the span of 48 hours? Why wasn't the selection of the special action committee, why did it not follow these as stated at the last city council meeting? In fact, I submitted an email to my alderperson, got no response, followed up with a phone call, but the city phone number doesn't have voicemail. How convenient. The former clerk that resigned effectively as of 1/1/26, January 1st, 26. So how is it possible that the former clerk was part of the committee and part of the selection process? How is that impartial? And Alderman Keys, as we just know, Alderman Key and Alderman Rogers sat on the special action committee as the alderpersons, but Alderman Rogers' wife was the candidate for the interim clerk position. And he recused himself, but that's still nepotism, favoritism, and certainly not impartial. And I was just wondering, was the city's HR professional consulted for best practices in handling such a situation as this? Or was the legal counsel consulted on how to conduct this process for selecting an interim clerk? So that if any of the candidates who were not selected feel the process was not fair or equitable, and then they decide to sue the city, now there's yet another lawsuit that could have been avoided if only the proper procedures were in place. You guys are giving us reasons to have confidence in you. As stated, processes, transparency, and clear communication from the council to the resident are vital at this point. Give us a reason to have confidence in you.
Next up is Alicia Nicole, followed by Alice Pratt.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm here as a Sixth Ward Harvey resident. I have to, well, first let me congratulate new mayor, acting mayor, Shirley Jurinsky. Congratulations to the new clerk, Janice Rogers. Congratulations, I'm glad to see the city is attempting to try to speak on, because I was utterly singled out at the last meeting by Ryan Sawelski, the person that spoke a few minutes ago. First of all, Ryan has his own agenda. In my opinion, his agenda is serving and it hinders in racism, okay? He's on a witch hunt after our Black leaders. I will say this, he tried to restraining order against me. I asked him to show it. because that is another one of his fabrications. He thinks that the person that he does have a restraining order, who has over 130,000 followers, he feels like anyone that follows him is named in his restraining order, which is an abuse of the system, and he was reprimanded for doing so at court. He was denied that same restraining order that he tried to include me on, which I'm not, I'm part of 120,000 people that follow a certain person. He tried to include me on that restraining order. Actually, he didn't even include me. He thinks that I'm one of 120,000 that that applies to. It doesn't work that way. The judge reprimanded him for being so disrespectful in court. He shopped around after being denied a restraining order. He shopped around until he found a judge that went along with his privilege, who was happy to side with the black man for just made up instances. Now I want to speak to Alderman Keys, who I don't even know, never met him. He's very standoffish towards me, and I'm wondering, he speaks about residents and residents this and residents, he's speaking on behalf of the residents, but he just seems very unapproachable. And I think there's another alderman up there as well, Kobe Chapman, who just, I feel like if we don't hate the people, or not hate, that's a strong word, if we don't dislike the people that they don't dislike, then it's a problem. And I feel like as an elected official, that's unbecoming. Get your personal feelings out of this politics and be here for the people, really for the people, regardless of how you feel about someone personally. I don't have to like the people you like. I don't have to dislike the people you dislike. None of that is going to move this city forward. We need to move forward. But again, Ryan Saweski is a racist. He put a police report on an 80-year-old black woman saying that she harassed him and threatened him. He tried to weaponize the Harvey Police Department against me last week, asking that they file a report on me, all because I asked him how he thought the verdict went, which went in his favor, but he got no money.
Next up is Alex Blackman, followed by Mrs. Wood.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alexandra Blackman.
All right, please, we are in this meeting. Everyone take a deep breath. Thank you. Let's all keep it deep. Take a deep breath and move on. Thank you.
Next up is Joe Whittington, followed by Chappelle Hucks.
Good evening, everybody. Is this one here? I want to congratulate my good friend, Shirley, Mayor Shirley Whiskey. I want to congratulate the city clerk, Janet Rogers, and I want to tell everybody that I'm very pleased to see that we are meeting together and talking. My name is Joseph Whittington Jr. I'm a Harvey resident, former alderman of the Second Ward. My purpose today is to talk about moving forward. I've been very saddened for a long time, and actually in Harvey, it's been always trying to move forward. And there's always been this type of attitude that goes on here. I call it trauma. Trauma is in the mind of people that don't seem to think that they can move forward from their pain. This is a very important subject to me as a senior, a homeowner, and a former elected official in Thornton Township and in Harvey. I had the pleasure to serve in my community for over 30 years because I believe in good leadership. I believe that Harvey was going to be like Atlanta at one time, but I found out it's part of my past, where the corruption in Chicago, with the attitudes of crime, gangs, and people wanting to benefit off of the people, the little people, the people. We are the people. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I want the people to tell me what to do. I want them to look at every city council meeting, take your assignment, your agenda that we have for city council, and show it to your residents. And they will tell you what they want you to vote on. Don't vote for yourself. I wrote a book, What is American Ghetto Life? 300 eye-opening truths about life in the city. I also say hood, because I like the word hood. I like the word ghetto, because ghetto means wealth.
30 seconds.
All throughout the whole city of Chicago, all the city communities that went down, now they all are developed. Because leadership is lacking. We gotta focus on how we're gonna move the city forward. We got sewers gotta be clean, curbs gotta be clean, trash houses on the side, abandoned houses. We got a weed road on the side, but the people now are going to have to come together and help the city. We've got to take over our neighborhood or someone else will. Thank you.
Next up is Chappelle Hooks, followed by Reverend M. King Jr.
Harvey. My name is Chappelle Hooks. I'm a 52-year resident of Harvey. And if Lord willing, I'm going to be 53 this year. But I also wanted to bring up the fact that in this process of choosing and appointing these officials, there's an executive order number 18-12, you can look it up. And it talks about the executive order to eliminate nepotism in the state government hiring. And being that there's familial relationships here, they should have been to recuse themselves. This is one of the reasons why Harvey is in the state that it's in, because of familial relationships in the city government. We have people that continue to bring in their families and appoint them to positions, and they're being paid with public funds. Arthur Rogers should have been recused from the whole process once his wife put in an application. He should have been able to vote, abstain, nothing. He should have been recused. And also, I mean, people need to do their research and start looking up these officials that's being appointed or elected, because that past is sketchy. I wouldn't want somebody to be in control of my records, and they have the past that they have. That's just something that we're not doing as a community. We're not looking into people's backgrounds. Yeah, you might have been, Ms. Rogers, you might have been, by Pat Quinn, you've been, what is that, they call that? Pardon. But I mean, you did what you did, and that's not gonna go away. So how can you be trusted with the public's records, and you can be trusted with the state's money? And what happened to the 1.5 billion chicken wing deal? I mean, you sitting on the board as president, that money went out the door. Y'all voted for that. You know, it's just, we need to do better. And we'll see where this 30 million gonna go.
Next up is Reverend M. King Jr., followed by Melissa Carr.
Lieutenant for Harvey, Illinois, for many, many years. I just want to say there's a time right now for our city to come together. Whatever we like or don't like, we've got 2 years to make a decision on that. And then I'm going to do all I can in the city of Harvey to make it work. Everything I can. And I want us to stop shading the different alder persons. Stop shading them. Let them do their job. If they have a question, let them have a question. Whatever it is. And I like to see some teamwork. I don't like to see the 4 and 2 and things like that. I want people to think for themselves and to act for themselves. Look, this city is in big trouble. Financially, socially, economically, and we're an embarrassment to the south suburbs at half the time. So let's come together and not let people know that a majority, a Negro community, and this February month can work together and do something that's good for the community. Because Lord knows I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to make this city work. I'm going to make this city work. And I'm going to say something. No shade on any other person. We haven't had one meeting from the older person since there's been an election in the 6th ward. But I'm going to have meetings. We're going to come together. We're going to make this work, and I guarantee you nothing bad's going to happen. And I think I'm glad to see Rosa here because Rosa went through a whole lot. She went through a whole lot. And I think you should give her a hand. Give Rosa a hand. She did all she could for this city. She drops off candy and hearts and all that kind of things. So I thank you, Harvey. I thank you very much. But let's, like I said again, let's work together. So let's let the whole nation know that the city of Harvey is not something that just sits on the side. We're not a side dish. We're the main menu.
Next up is Melissa Crowley.
Hi, my name is Melissa Crowley, and I'm from the 2nd Ward. And I have some serious concerns. I served on the Special Advisory Committee assembled to interview candidates for the municipal clerk vacancy. First, I want to acknowledge the appointment that has just been made. Anyone stepping into public service deserves legitimacy and public confidence from the very beginning. And this is precisely why processes matter. Tonight, I am speaking in terms of Illinois law, not rumor, not emotion, not speculation, not targeting anyone, just simply the law. Under the Illinois Public Officer Prohibited Activities Act, 50 ILCS 105/3, public officials may not be directly or indirectly financially interested in municipal work. Under 65 ILCS 53.1 through 55 through 10 of the Illinois Municipal Code, a municipal officer may not be financially interested directly or indirectly. Employment is municipal work. Employment creates a financial interest. Additionally, under the Illinois Governmental Ethics Act, 5 ILCS 420/3, a public official may not use their office for personal financial gain. These statuses exist to prevent not only actual conflicts of interest, but also indirect influence and structural advantage. And even the Bible says, shun the very appearance of evil. During this process, an alderman was present during the interviews on the first day, and that alderman was the husband of the person you saw selected tonight, which means he heard the questions.
20 seconds.
And he heard the other interviewees. There was no formal recusal. Further, under the Illinois Open Meetings Act, official actions and recusals must be reflected in public record. It safeguards where implemented and documentation should be available.
Your time is up.
There's a video. Ask to see the video. You can hear my objection.
Okay. We're on to automatic comments. Alderperson Randall, would you care to go first? You are.
City of Harvey, residents, and friends, and family, and media, and everybody, thank you all for being here. I believe everybody plays a key role in what happens here tonight, and everybody's important, whatever role that you particularly play. I just want to ask that everybody listen, if you know how to pray, please pray. It's one thing to have a lot to say, but one thing my grandmother always told me, if you got something to say, then you should also have something to pray about. And I'm a true firm believer that the city of Harvey must remain in God's hands ultimately. I don't care, including myself, who sits up here. Ultimately, that's what we need to be doing, is really just praying for our city, pray for your leaders. Regardless of who we're all. So we constantly need prayer, constantly support, constantly encouragement. And that's what I believe will also go to the people that allow us to see how we move forward. So we each and every person doing their role. Your role is simply, support, pray, and please do that. Definitely, by all means, I don't think there's any questions. I understand every single question that every resident has. I understand why you have. And those questions are very important because it makes us get better at doing what we do. When I look at the agenda, when I look at the package, my mind goes to, it always happens. This happens all the time. Okay, what are the people going to act? Right? It helps you get better in the moments where you do have those questions. Right? So you start to look at things a little bit different. Have those questions. Lastly, I'm always trying to address dealing with the financial issues, the process, and things that happen. I learned this in year one, and this is why I refer to George Williams a lot. I think he does deserve a lot of respect for what he does here. But from day one, I don't know this. Each and every other person has a right to, I think this choice was email. Send in those invoices that you want to see. It is not just something that happens, should happen, like who you do. Everybody has a right to say. The department is on the free, I miss look at it. When you're done, ask some questions about it, give it back. Everybody can do that. The more eyes on it, the better. I really have 6, 7 eyes on that. It all helps the process, and it also helps build trust. It's not just a few of us making decisions, it's all of us. The more the better. Thank you. Please see you next week. Don't be prayerful.
Alderperson Smith.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. We all need to see for ourselves what's going on. Don't listen to what everybody says. Let that be your question, not the people saying stories. I want to thank the residents that did come out and speak about and our own respect for each other as far as giving what they think we should be like. I don't like what you say, you should fight about it. Everyone should be jump on, tag on, if I have to leave for something. Because judgment, God says, who have not seen, cast the first stone. We all
it drag out somebody else's laundry, be careful, they can come back out on you as well. Now, our mayor is not here anymore, so who are we gonna blame now? Who we gonna blame now? He's not here anymore, so I have to blame him. And so, again, what I ask you guys to do is this. The Bible says, for lack of knowledge, they shall perish. That does not only mean for the word of God, it also means knowledge of learning about things. Learn about your government. See, that's something too. Kind of judge us about. They just credit us with. Learn social studies. They should have called us civics. So we'll understand how government works, how bills are paid, how government even works. Why do we have this? Why do we have that? That's something we often explain for the past 3 years. We try to move the city forward. 3 years, as you guys can see. Y'all get your bill concerned. We all know who the eggs and who city board and who's trying to stop. But at the end of the day, we've got 4 votes. You're gonna get them moved forward. So this is what we need to be looking at. What is your game? What are you taking advantage of? What are you? Is it for the people or is it for self? Because that's what a lot of it is. Transparency, accountability, I've heard that a whole lot of times, we're not transparent about a lot of things. And we're not really transparent about some of these receipts around here. I need to see receipts on what people are going to pay. They expense checks around here. Something you're supposed to spend on, but you spend it on. So while we talk about us spending cheap and doing all that, we need to make sure their receipts are lined up with the government, with our county laws as well. So that's all I'm saying. Again, you don't have to like me. I'm gonna say what I want, because I believe what I believe in too. And I love to see her, just like our mayor did. Our mayor died trying to pick this city up the way it was, no matter how people got in and attacked him. I want you all to know, he not here to take us over up to the cross to the other line. It's gonna be up to y'all responsibility to stand up, keep your ass open, and don't fall foot up, don't keep up. Okay, y'all have a great night.
Thank you. Representative Chapman.
Good evening, Second Ward of the City of Harvey. I want to first start off with congratulations to acting mayor Shirley Jones, as well as to Janet Rogers, for acting clerk. This is a pivotal moment for our city, and transitional moments require steady leadership, collaboration, and a renewed commitment to doing things the right way. I also want to ground this moment in the legacy of late Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. Reverend Jackson reminded generations of one core truth: I am somebody. That message wasn't just about self-esteem, it was about dignity, visibility, treated as worthy of respect in every room where decisions are made. And as we move through city council, that message should guide how we govern. Because we are somebody means our residents are somebody. And they deserve a government that is clear, consistent, and accountable. It means we don't rush past process. We don't skip steps. We don't leave people confused about decisions are being made or why they're being made. At our last city council meeting, this council voted unanimously across the board. I want to acknowledge that because unity matters. It sends a message to the residents that we can come together when clarity is provided and when the process is understood. However, I want to be transparent about my understanding at that time of the vote. I was under the impression that moving forward unanimously meant we should also take a deliberate and disciplined approach to our spending, particularly separating essential obligations from discretionary purchases, like I gave an example, B&F construction code at $60,000 per month, $300,000 annually, and ensuring stronger financial oversight. My expectation was that unity would translate into structure, clear definitions of essential versus non-essential spending, Finance Committee, regular financial reporting before dollars leave the city, Finance Committee, a pause on all discretionary expenditures until review. I'll also have you know, residents of the great Second Ward of the City of Harvey, today across my 3 years serving as alderwoman, I've never received a reimbursement. I'm the only alder person that has yet to ever receive a reimbursement. please make that for the record as we go and fine tune things. Yet I did submit an expense report that was approved by 4 on this council, that was not approved by myself and the 4 for all, for the record. This is why I continue to advocate placing non-essential spending on hold. That's what we need to do, a moratorium on all expenses. We can't spend money that we don't have, we're simply putting the cart before the horse. All I can assure you to, please continue to be adamant and about being involved in the process. Continue to ask the necessary questions until we get the necessary answers. Oversight is necessary. I invite everyone out Wednesday, March 18th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for our second Building City of Harvey meeting. And thank you for the additional time.
Thank you. Alderman Keys.
Can you hear me? All right, well, thank you, everybody. Stand on my back sort of a little bit, but I really want to start off by saying that I graduated in this auditorium from 1986. I'm going Wildcat for life. That's where I ride, rocking my purple suit. If I want to walk back, it was my little event. But I got to get that moment on now, Wildcat for life. And I know it's pretty Wildcats in here and everything. And all the years that I graduated, I didn't never knew I would be coming all the way. You know, I was an athlete, or at least I thought I was. But here I am 30 years later, got laid off at my job working at the bank and came back to City of Harvey and basically started working, doing volunteer work with everything, just a little bit of nothing. But a little enough, enough about me. I find it hard that people say I'm unapproachable because anybody know me. I basically was always a quiet person. So maybe never, when somebody say I'm approachable, I don't let things like that, just let them know I need to do things better. You know, with that being said, congratulations, man. Shirley, Janet, you know, I love y'all. I try to get along with everybody as best as possible. I try to do the right things. You know, I got my man right here, Mr. Whittington, which was a former alderman, and I can shake his hand. And what people don't know, him and my son is the best of friends since what, 8th grade? Nate and my son TJ. But you never heard that in the politics thing, or when we battled backwards and forth and everything, because we got respect for each other. And that's what we really need, and that's what we really don't have. All I'm saying is just give me the opportunity. I'll be able to do the best I can, and you will know. If I can speak twice a month, I never get a chance to speak anyway. But if I get a chance to speak twice a month, you'll know just what's going on, what we're doing, and trying to do things and show that I'm a team player. You know, I even graduated from college. I only went to college, graduated from Roosevelt University. I have a degree in organizational leadership. I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't know that God was going to send me back into the city of Harvey, so I want to be able to do my job. But the thing about it, we need to cut a lot of this stuff. I mean, most of the time people talk because they what they don't know. If you don't know, you're going to listen to somebody that tell you know. Find out for yourself. And don't wait for nobody to have it. Like I said, opportunity to just knock on the door. Sometimes you got to get out there to somebody look for a job, like a job will knock on the door. Hello, this is a job, open up the door. You don't have to be able to be like that. We got to get out there and get it. But for our city and these time that we have before the next year, let's just stay stable. Let's be smart on how we're spending our money and the decisions that we're making, how we're doing things. So let everybody be more transparent and at least try to get along with each other. You don't have to get along with nobody. Just show respect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I want to extend a deep appreciation to the district. Oh, I am so sorry. This is so hard to see. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. Thanks, Mayor. Shirley, I like Shirley better, but we will acknowledge Councilman Mayor. First of all, I'd just like to say that we should never, ever take footsteps for granted. 3 months ago, I didn't have a footstep. Today, I have an abundance of footsteps, and I give God the glory. I'd like to acknowledge some special people here. Former Alderman Keith Price is a great friend. Alderman from Dalton, Trustee Sam Brown, and Don Core Park, political guru, Commissioner Keisha Brown, my brother here, Kenny Henderson, great man. You know, brother Billy O'Neill, great guy. Commissioner from the library, Felicia Brown. Now, while I'm giving all these condolences and I'm sorry, congratulations, these congratulations. Let me start, let me say, let me go into the process just a minute. Before I go a step further, it would be remiss if I would congratulate my lovely queen, Janet Rogers. And I see Vice President of Harvey School District, 152, Harvey Garden. And I see Pastor Moyer, and I'd like to thank Reverend Jeffrey Smith for that lovely prayer that he opened us up with. So we can all be on the same accord. But I'd like to go into a brief detail about how this selection process went. There were 9 candidates for the clerk's position. And I told interim mayor Shirley, I said, Shirley, my wife is a candidate. I don't feel comfortable being on the interview process, even though the alderman, we didn't have an opportunity to ask one question. We were just there as kind of liaisons over this entire process. We did 5 applicants on the first day. That was my day. 5 applicants, okay? On the second day, we did 4 more applicants. That was all in the keys day. And Mr. Amani, who's back there doing video right now, he did video, 4-hour video, and nothing was edited, nothing was taken out. One of the kids looked at the videos from the first day because he wasn't there in attendance. I looked at the video from the second day because I wasn't there. Okay? Now I want to be honest with you.
30 seconds.
On a scale of 1 to 10, my wife was a dozen. She was 12. If you want what's best for this city, then you got what's best for the city. Take the personal equations out. Okay? Let's do what's right. This is a brand new administration. We have a golden opportunity to come out of the locker room, let the coach blow the whistle, and let's play ball. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, and again, my apologies. Wow. I want to thank this to 205 for allowing us to use this establishment. This is a lovely auditorium. I think that we would have been really switched in City Hall, so I thank the district immensely. I want to talk about the actual due process for the clerk. I asked for 2 runners-up. 2. Then it's gonna end. What happens is that the mayor or acting mayor has the authority to name person themselves without going through any interview process. I could have put anybody in that office. But in the efforts of working together as a team, Alderperson Chapman and I had a conversation. And it was her idea, and we brainstormed this. And we ran with it. I didn't need to name a person. We'll let the residents, and then we'll have 2 aldermen. Now, process is, if you have an open seat for either an alternate or for clerk, you can name 1 person. The mayor can name 1 person. Then the alderman would vote. And if that person did not get elected, then another person would have an opportunity. That's why I asked for 2 people, 2 applicants, instead of going through the whole process all over again. If that person did not get elected, then I would choose out of the 2 who would be our clerk. And that was the purpose of having 2 people. Bottom line, we had to have this position filled. And we as a team collectively came up with this point, and we took an extra few days, and I thank the people who volunteered their time because they did a wonderful job. So that was the process with the clerk. And I want to say to my colleagues sitting up here, we are a team. I didn't wake up and say that I wanted to be mayor. 16 years ago, people asked me would I run for mayor. That was not my goal. That was not my goal. And sometimes God has different plans. And I'm fulfilling an agreement that we made in 2023 about Mayor Pro Tem as a senior alderman. So I thank each and every one of the council members for their confidence in their vote and their confidence in me during this very difficult time. So I'm going to ask, and I'm at those, Alderperson Randall, please think positive thoughts of our city and keep us all in your prayers. God bless. Good night. A motion to adjourn. This could be a learning process. We'll all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to go try to talk to Tracy Key since he said he's so approachable. So I haven't found that to be the case. I really want to talk to Tracy Key, but I'm going to see what the mayor says. Excuse me. Thank you.
Oh no, we're
A little shorter than break it down a little shorter.
You guys, thank you guys for being here so late. We're gonna do, a quick statement, and then we'll do questions and answers right after that.
Okay, well, thank you for all coming today. I want to give my thoughts to my players who have helped me during this difficult time. I want to apologize, I still have laryngitis. But Chris Clark is a very dear friend of mine. And we joined that in 2015 and pledged to work together. It's very difficult to accept this role because we were so close and with that being said, I am honored and yet very emotional. So I have a brief statement written up. I want to thank City Council for the confidence they have placed in me during this very difficult time. I accept this responsibility with humility and a deep sense of duty. To the residents of Harvey, for those of you who don't know, I am a lifelong
been serving as an elected official since 2011 as a capacity as an alderperson. Our main focus is going to remain on stability and transparency, and we're going to continue with the legacy of Mayor Harvey. This time, it's for us to unite and respect one another. I am committed to working with everyone, with the city council, with the city, with our city staff, and above all, our community. Above all, again, we will please keep the Hart family in my prayers and in our prayers, I hope, as we move forward to the city of Harvey. Thank you very much.
We'll do media interviews first. So I know you have deadlines.
Yeah, I have two questions.
Yes.
First of all, do you know when you'll learn? You can stay behind the mic.
Oh, okay.
When will you find out more from the state about the financially distressed city and that funding? When could that come through?
Well, actually, they're in committee as we speak. They are at the House committee. So Wednesday, I'm told, I will find out more information, and then it will go to the Senate.
Okay, and then the last question for me is, I know there was some controversy brought up tonight over Janet Evans being voted in as city.
Rogers.
Sorry,
Rogers.
Rogers. I apologize, Rogers. Do you have any concerns about the nepotism involved and then her past criminal history?
Okay, well, from my understanding, the past is in the past, and it was clear to the government. So it has been expunged. So I don't know the details of the past. I never inquired, and here we are today.
Acting Mayor, with all due respect, those are fraud charges that she was.
But it was
expunged. So
yes.
do you have any? You made the ultimate vote to
Yes.
make that happen, knowing that she was dealing with fraud back then, while it wasn't passed. It is still something that happened, and so when residents hear fraud, and now someone being appointed into a position that involves personal information, they have red flags on them. Did any of those red flags, with all due respect, ever come up in your mind?
Not at all. Expunged is expunged. She is a trustee at District 510, which is the college board. She has served that. She has also served on 152 and previous in the position as the president. So today's forward, speaking on my decision, I have no concern whatsoever. In addition, the two roles between an alderman and a clerk do not intertwine, so there is no conflict there. So I appreciate your question. Thank you.
Mayor, you heard the public talk. There is distrust and lack of confidence. What's going to change under your administration?
Well, trust. The question is trust. Trust is not guaranteed by anybody. You have to develop it over time and over relationships. So I am hoping that as time progressed, as I served as an alderperson for 4 terms, I have built the trust and the communication within my first ward. I am hoping and I am praying that that will expand to all 6 wards in the city of Harvey. I can basically comment on that. So trust is not automatically guaranteed. It does not come with the position. It comes with the interactions.
Good answer.
Harvey's been operating on pretty severely reduced levels of city staffing since October when the financial emergency was declared, especially with the police and the fire department. Do you have any sort of a timeline yet about when any of those people will be able to return to work, or any sort of plans on how?
If it was up to me yesterday, more realistically, we are putting our eggs before the cart before the horse, but I'm hoping by May 1st.
Would the emergency state funding only pay for the unpaid pensions, or would it restore money for salaries to bring workers back?
I am hoping it will be the whole budget. Yes.
Last question. Your board right now, when you step into this position, will you leave your seat vacant? Will you appoint someone? And then another part of that, there is a difference in pay.
Yes.
Ultimately, from an alderman and the mayor, will you take the new pay as mayor, or will you keep the pay as alderman?
No, I will take.
And to residents who might say, you're taking the pay at a time when they're already distressed, why not just keep the pay that you're doing for the next year until the term runs out?
That's a good question. I really never thought of it in that aspect. I know that the responsibility between the mayor and the alderman and the time affected is too different. An alderman has the magnitude of one division, one small section of the city. This comes with a lot more responsibility and time. I don't even know the actual pay. I just know that there is a difference. I haven't looked up to it as it stands right now. And as of this afternoon, my pay remained the same.
So, but you will take the pay increase?
I will take the pay increase. I will do that.
I know that's right.
Thank you, everyone's vision of the first ward alderman.
Yeah, what about that part? Will you?
Oh, that one, I haven't really given it much thought. The purpose of the mayor is if there was any tie votes. And so I will have to talk to the team and legal on appointing somebody as an alderperson. I haven't really made that much thought. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, would you care to explain why you took 2 patrolmen off the street for your private security at a time when you're having a financial crisis?
Can you explain putting a police report on an 80-year-old black woman for nothing, Ryan? Can you explain that?
Explain why you harassing this man when you know Jedediah
Hey,
Brown.
girl, please, get on out of here, Snaggerpuss. Get out of here, Snaggerpuss. Get out of here.
Why you trying to incite
Anyway, so, Ryan, because it is racist. Bye, girl. Bye. Bye, Snaggletooth. Ryan, about the police report on an 80-year-old black woman, did you feel harassed by her? Did you feel harassed? Was that your reason for putting a police report on an 80-year-old black woman? Did you feel threatened and harassed?
You're harassing him.
How am I harassing you? And I'm asking you the same question you just asked the mayor. I'm doing the same thing. Did you feel harassed when you put the police report on an 80-year-old black woman for nothing? You said she was harassing you because you made a racist comment and she responded to your racist comment? And you put a harassment police report on her? Because she responded to your racist comment that you made. Nobody likes racist comments. Huh? Oh, no, don't touch me. Yeah, no, don't touch me. I'm a media. Do not touch me. Yeah. No, what are you putting up for?
Gotta go, please.
Okay.
Please.
All right. I want to know how you feel about putting a police report on an 80-year-old black woman, Ryan. I don't have an order. You produce it if I have one. You want the same? Produce it. Produce it. Produce it. Yeah, right. The same police that you keep practicing, Ryan. You're racist. Okay, yeah, fine. Don't touch me though. You're not even a super. Are you a sergeant?
I'm a director
Get
of
your,
investigation.
okay, well, get your sergeant. Because why are you putting me out? What did I do?
Man, we're not gonna,
No. You tell me what I did.
we're not going to go back and forth.
Okay, I just asked what I did.
Okay,
What did I do?
I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, what did I do?
Let's go.
Tell me what I did.
Let's go, man. Just let's go.
No, tell me what I did.
Let's go.
I'm going to get water. It's hubby.
You too.
Is Tracy here now?
If I'm an in-tune citizen, I already know what man wants to do. I need you to tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. I'm talking about other people.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I know that's right. Oh, I know. They need a sign there. Yeah, that was wild. Melissa Crowley, that snagger-tooth bitch, always got something to say, but ain't gonna do nothing. She's all talk. Hey! Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy to remove you for. Okay, okay, okay. I didn't put that person on camera. Hey, Wayman. I'm good. How you doing? Hi, were you gonna say something, sir? He is. They don't understand it, and the black people that support him, they need their heads examined. This man is racist.
And he's sick.
He is.
Sick.
He's
He
both.
ain't got nothing to do, just fabricate things.
And lies. That's all he does.
We never had nobody to check him down.
Right. Exactly. And he's so worried about everybody else's money, but it's really only these black officials. He didn't darken the doorway of that school board where that white superintendent was making almost $500,000 and our kids were failing. Never darkened their doorway, but was at another board meeting for a black elected official, not in Harvey. He doesn't have kids there, questioning his salary. But you're not questioning what white man's $500,000?
Come over there, ask about my traveling expense. Are you volunteering when I had to spend hours at the job? You don't do that to me.
Exactly.
No, but you check me. Check me.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do it every time, and I don't care who don't like it. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He does it. He can dish it, but he cannot take it. He is a racist. Ryan is racist. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, the police officer. First of all, don't put your hands on me. Do not put your hands on me. But yeah, y'all. I'm gonna get on out of here. Ah! I did stay live last time, but I don't think I'm gonna do it this time because I really got stuff to do and it's already kind of late. But comments, I gotta put my phone on the charger. But I am in the car now, and I'm cold because I didn't even hardly wear a jacket. And I'm so mad because maybe I do need to start writing stuff down for public comment because there was some points I wanted to make, but I didn't get to make them because that time goes so fast. That time be flying. Um, I may go live later on this week. I'm not sure. Because I kind of enjoyed talking last time. So I might do that. It just won't be tonight because I got too much to do tonight, y'all. You know what? I'm already on vertical. Let me see something. Okay. It's not gonna let me. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's kind of weird. But yeah, now mind you, on the way out, sure, the mayor had just spoke to the press about, just her new role, basically. As she's walking out, Ryan wants to ask her in front of all the cameras, trying to bust her out. Yeah, what did he say? Hold on, y'all. So I don't even know if this thing's working anymore. Hold on. Turn this off. Okay. He gonna try to ask her in front of everybody why she's getting some type of car, why she's getting driven around, something like that. So I politely asked him about the police report against the 80-year-old black woman. He doesn't want to answer that, but he wants to be all in. Oh, there he is. There's Tracy Key. Let me talk to him. Okay, he's right there. Hold on, y'all.
Yes, you do. Well, you don't have to. You chose to. Anytime. Anytime. He mad. No, I'm not. Hey, I'm coming peace. I'm coming peace. But I'm also with the shit. I'm just saying. I'm coming peace. I know. Oh my God, y'all. I'm sitting here tripping. Look, I just talked. It was Key Price out there. It was Don Core. It was Chappelle. It was Tracy Key. I started to because he acted a trip. He acted like I was wrong for saying what I said, but then he was acting exactly how I said, like standoffish as hell. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. He was acting super standoffish. But yeah, I gotta go. Because I'm actually about to make a dip now based on this conversation I was having. So I I'm gonna chat with y'all later. Thank you everybody for popping in. Thank you to my mods. Sorry for anything that might have, went wrong or if you couldn't hear. But I was really trying to hear. This was an important meeting. So I'm gonna talk to y'all. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, this way. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm on my way somewhere. Bye.